the fact that he's about to hit the ball because it's going top left or it's going top right, and it's going to be on the money time and time again. So Delta's really that like clear shooter, and Andy, obviously ton of talent there. Great job typically doing his thing in the midfield, making sure that they have a good rotation and they can try and maintain that offense. The thing that ends up being an issue for them is sometimes they do get a little overzealous on offense and they leave openings in the backfield for counterattack. So watch for there to be some openings for Jacob and Seabass and Spider to come through and clean it up. I called for Spider. I guess he's waking up early. He may have heard the call. He wants to make sure he's on the board, and that is exactly what he does. He's going to get the first shot over the top of Beast of Bonium. The 72 PC have the lead here early.
Just like that, game's going to start off with a bang as 72 pin connector get that one going in their direction. And we're going to keep things going here on the defensive end. Transitioning out. Spider with a slow roller towards the enemy net, but one more time bangs it. And it looks like 72 pin connector might be having a good day here as Jacob follows up and finds one. A little of a slow bouncer. Charlotte just not awake the way the 72 pin guys are.
Yeah, that defense right now on Charlotte is the weak point, and it is showing. There's a glaring issue there to kick things off. Opening 42 seconds, already down 2-0. 72 PC finding space and making use of it. Jacob going to win battle here in the midfield for the moment. And again, ball stuck in the Charlotte half. They have not been able to break out yet.
Beast of Bonium's got a nice shot. Double commit from Orange is good enough to keep it on the positive side for 72. Andy sends one to the sky. Spider beats out Andy in the midfield. But now it looks like Charlotte Phoenix might have a good opportunity. Scratch that. Spider clears it out. And Charlotte Phoenix struggling to get their wheels underneath them. Seem to be spinning in the mud here. As one more time they send it. Andy gets it almost past the defender. But Seabass pops up and says no way.
Yeah, this is the point where 72 PC needs to have a little bit of worry. You don't want to let Charlotte Phoenix start getting the ball downfield and get you stuck in your half. In that type of shootout, if that's the way the game starts going, where it looks like it's going their way more often, that's where the danger is. Right now, though, 72 PC is doing a great job of doing exactly what they need to do, not allowing Charlotte Phoenix out onto offense. If you can keep them, the defense is the weak point. If you can keep them stuck, you're going to have a good series, and that should be their focus throughout the series, is to just try and sustain pressure offensively.
You know, this last minute or so has looked a lot different for Charlotte Phoenix. They've really stepped up on the defensive end, and here are a couple of good shots just defended better by 72 PC. You know, Jason, I think if this was a one-goal game, I would not really be too concerned for Charlotte with the way they picked it up.
Yeah.
But with half a game to go here, 2 goals to climb, I'm not so comfortable. I don't think it's out of reach by any stretch, but I'm not comfortable. Another good shot from Delta, blocked on the other side. Good angle here. Ooh. And Andy gets credit for the own goal of 72 pin.
Yeah, tough situation here for Spider. That one pinches. He was already going to travel out. He was expecting it to be a hit against the wall and then blast across the field. Didn't read the angle, actually comes straight at net, and he has to try and swing that momentum back towards net. Just can't get there in time. Now, Charlotte Phoenix is back in it. I was very much with you in the sense of with a 2-0 lead, it feels pretty good for 72 PC. You can feel good. You can get out there. You can try and make plays. You can go for what you want because you've got that insurance goal. Now you have to worry a little bit because if you're in a shootout battle against Charlotte Phoenix, I think Charlotte Phoenix takes it against 72 PC.
That is yet to be determined. Our players, definitely high-powered offense. That was the phrase you used. I'm not going to disagree with it. Beast of Bonium is a beast. A bony, you know, there it is. So 72, on the other hand, I feel like they don't score prior to today and yesterday. I would say they don't score as cleanly as that. Beast of Bonium with a beautiful knock on in off of the assist all the way from downtown via Delta.
This is one of the things that you see a lot, too, from this Charlotte Phoenix squad. This team, they really do like those infield passes. Typically, you see them a bit higher in the air, and Delta's the one coming in and just bombing the ball on net. Beastabonium, Andy, though, every single player on the team able to do that. So keep an eye out. Expect to see more of that throughout the series. Delta here, he's going to try and bring one solo over
Looking
Spider.
pretty.
Can't get it past Seabass, though. That secondary defender's there to knock that one away.
Important play there from 72. Seabass making sure to just provide the fundamentals. Charlotte Phoenix getting lucky there with a misread double tap on the other side. 1 minute remaining, game tied at 2. Jacob with possession on the right-hand side, snatched away by Delta. Here comes Spider. Double team here, looking for the double tap. Another wrong angle. And Seabass takes a shot after the fact, blocked by Delta, turned into transition. Beastabonium gets denied. And Andy here, looking for a shot. Off the top end comes Delta, can't find the redirect, and off on the races.
One of the things to watch for, and really, I'm not sure if other teams have noticed, maybe I'm screwing with 72 PC here, but when they're on defense, a lot of the time, they like to have all three back. That gives you the chance to go ahead and steal a corner or guarantee that you're winning the mid boost and making great use of that. That could be an issue for them. They need to find a way to get somebody forward to make sure in those defensive rotations that they're winning some mid boost and they have boost to work with. Beastabonium on target, right over the top, and he's going to score 3-2. Only 6 seconds left here. Charlotte Phoenix make a comeback after being down 2-0 to kick things off.
Great call here. You know, Delta just says, Beast, you ready? Jumps up for it, puts it in. 6 seconds on the clock. 72 have to win the kickoff, and they do. Seabass goes to follow up, but Delta grounds it. And now we're in the keep it up phase. Spider off the wall. Delta sends it. Beast will kill it. Charlotte Phoenix takes game 1.
Not how I thought it was going when they went down 2-0 to kick things off, but Charlotte Phoenix make in-game adjustments. A lot of times we see it happen from game to game, not in the middle of the series. They make great adjustment right around 3 minutes in, and from that point started battling back, clawing their way back into it, eventually taking it at that goal with 6 seconds left. Charlotte Phoenix are now up 1-0 in the series. Great turnaround. A lot of energy behind Charlotte Phoenix now. 72 PC need to be worried. They're going to need to do a change, and I think that they need to make the change now. You can't wait for the game 3 change up to try and reverse sweep. You need to make sure that you go 1-1 in the series here. I think that if Charlotte Phoenix takes down this game, I think we get into the third. I think it becomes a 3-0 sweep. I think it starts getting out of hand.
Oh, okay. Big plans here. You know, so Group B was where 72 Pin Connector came at him. They beat out Alpine Esports, you know, and E United Susquehanna and Envy are in that group as well. And really the way 72 Pin found their win against Alpine was off of the fact that they played good really early and Alpine never adjusted. Yeah. Charlotte Phoenix here did what Alpine didn't do, and I'm wondering if 72 have that second gear. They come out and they have played much better ball than we've seen them play pretty much all 2020. I've really been impressed with what Jacob's been doing in this region. Yeah. But when the other team has reacted, now we need to see that secondary. And I'm with you. I need to see it here in game number 2, because if it doesn't show up, I'm not sure if it's there. That said, our first minute of gameplay, possession is largely belonged to no one. Spider with a carry towards the net, takes it all the way, and Andy denies. Seabass with the double tap, also denied by 72.
Spider gonna go ahead and take that one out over Andy. Good decision there. And you know, you're talking about Jacob, and I think that Jacob is the guy that's kind of stepped up on 72 PC. We've seen, you know, he's had a long career. He's had some up moments, he's had some down moments. I think he's currently on an upturn. His shots have been looking good. When he's able to take shots from midfield, he has a lot of power, he has a lot of accuracy, and those tend to be where they get the defense broken up, right? Maybe he doesn't score, but he puts a shot on target to the point that they have to dive for it, and a lot of the times ends up being a soft save and allows the secondary to come in and finish. And I think that Jacob is a huge piece of the 72 PC offense.
He has to be. You know, that veterancy has to be more than just a tag on your Liquipedia. You've got to actually bring something with it, and he does. He certainly has been a sort of guiding light, it seems like, here, as a nice bounce works in Charlotte's favor. Seabass beats the races. Delta can't get the power behind the redirect, and instead just kind of hands it over to the orange team. Midfield. Spider picks it up off of a drop from Andy, but it's Beast of Bonium that winds up on the good side. Off the ceiling, out of the corner. And both of these teams are really struggling to find something here, Super. Rather slow play, not intentionally, just neither team with a great look. But Seabass starts things popping for the pin connectors and just puts it in right with some help.
Beast of Bonium.
It's going in without Beast of Bonium's help, but yeah, sure.
I think it was close. I think it could have barred down and out. It was close, but Beast of Bonium wanted to make sure that a goal happened at some point in this game. Puts it in on his own net. You know, a lot of the play has been pass play between the two. I want to go back to what you were talking about before the goal, and you're saying, you know, not a lot happening one way or the other. They're both playing wide rotation, so you can see the passing lane, right? It's not a quick pass. It's something that you know is coming. Right. You can see the play develop. So both teams have just kind of been jamming those up. Really, that goal came off of a double whiff, right? Beast of Bonium whiffed on the backboard. I think it was Andy came off the backboard from the crossbar. He missed as well. And then Beast of Bonium gave a little bit of support. So there was a lot that went wrong on the side of Charlotte Phoenix for that one to go in. I mean, three mistakes in a second and a half. So I think that we're going to end up seeing more of this kind of wide rotational play until one of these teams decides to speed it up.
3 mistakes in a second and a half. That's the story of most Rocket League games. Caught up here on the right-hand side. Beast of Bonium ground passes. The give and go. Beast of Bonium equalizes with a fantastic 1 and 2.
I think it was going in either way, but Beast of Bonium goes ahead and puts the money on it. He wants all the goals this game. Doesn't matter which net it's going in. They're all his. You can't take them away from him.
Beautiful stuff. That's the type of stuff you expect out of Beast of Bonium. A lot of high goal, a lot of high percentage shots.
Yeah.
As he takes the right lane up the field, 1 versus 2. Seabass will grab it on the other side, and a big clump of Charlotte Phoenix players here. Big wide pass to Delta, who does nothing with it. But Blue will keep the ball. Beast of Bonium passes down to Andy, blocked by Seabass. But guess who's coming home? A second for the team, a third for the man. Beast of Bonium puts his team up 1.
Do we call it a hat trick? I guess it doesn't show statistically, so I guess I say no. It hasn't given it to him, but it's right on the line. He's almost there. He might get it. He's got time on the clock.
Remember those visors, you know, that didn't have the top of the hat? That's what he's wearing right now. You know, he's got the Yankee. He's got the Yankee with no brim. Okay, it's 2/3
clear one too. It's the clear one too, so you can play some poker and look down and still look up and see through it.
Oh man, another good carry from
Andy. Oh, the miss. Spider able to get there and make the save. A little bit of chaos there on the back line for 72 PC. And again, Charlotte Phoenix really been able to answer back against 72 PC here. They need something now. Again, if they go down here 2-0, I don't know that they can make the comeback in game 3.
Well, Jacob will back pass,
nice
which
pass.
Looks to have gone the other way. The double tap. Unsuccessful. Secondary shot opportunity. Also unsuccessful. Last sequence of regulation. Seabass bringing it up the left-hand side. Slows it down, giving Delta a trick here. Jacob keeps it up. Spider going to continue. Needs some help. Not going to come from Beast of Bonium this time. And Charlotte Phoenix on match point.
Yeah, that opportunity went a little bit sideways for them there. Really what Seabass wanted, going to that sidewall rather than trying to pop it up in the midfield. He had 2 chances there, right? Ball comes to him at the 0 second. He can either pop it up high in the mid, hope that Jacob's back there to come forward, or he can go for the sidewall. He goes for the sidewall to try and make a carry play, but misses the boost. Barely, that mid boost. Had he caught that mid boost, he would have beat the other player to the ball. That may have been an opportunity because the defense hadn't set themselves yet. He could have had something. That miss on the boost, I know the second he missed it, the overwhelming feeling of just bad that washed through his body in that moment. The ripple effect.
We've got a couple of close games, in all honesty, watching these two teams, which I think should be expected. Charlotte taking the larger step forward, I think, doesn't come as a surprise to hardcore Rocket League fans. But 72 Pin Connector has really stepped up this regional, and it's been impressive. So we'll jump into game 3, and I won't be surprised if we jump into game 4 later on. But for now, that's up to Charlotte Phoenix and 72 Pin Connector to decide here. Spider sends one, and Andy routinely refutes it. Jacob, on the other hand, stalling in the corner, trying to set up Seabass, but the ball finds a weird angle. Spider with the carry over the teammate, and Andy sends it back towards mid. A clear, not quite. Yes, for blue.
There's a bit more intent here from 72 PC to kick off this opening 40 seconds. You saw them go for a couple, like 2 players at a time, cutting rotation to try and make plays on that ball that was up in the air. You can see a little bit more intent from the sidewall too, a little bit more patience when they had that, Spider had that jump off the sidewall to get out and block that touch. There is a few changes here. We'll see if this ends up working out for them. They need something here. Delta off the mark, not normal from him. Usually he's going to sink that one and put it away. Instant transitional goal as all 3 players of Charlotte Phoenix committed too far forward, and this is one of their weak points, and that might be the way that 72 PC needs to play this. 2 men back, make sure you have somebody on defense that's somewhere out in the midfield and get quick transitional goals. That's really the weak point of the Charlotte Phoenix defense, is that they're typically so much on offense that the defense isn't home.
That's what I really liked about the positioning from Jacob, was he was sitting halfway. He could go up or down the field, knew which direction. Andy this time around to Beastabonium. A nice shot, but 2 players on defense, and honestly, the double commit looked to be necessary.
100%.
Beastabonium working to keep it here on this offensive side, and Andy will help. Spider with a shove, but Delta continues to keep it in the blue team's possession. Charlotte just keeps sending it with no real purpose, but they know that they don't want to play that high pressure offense that 72 Pin just brought to them. So they just keep booming it on out.
It's something that they do a lot. They want the ball down in the end. They're comfortable with the fact that they think that they're the faster team, and I think that at the end of it, their offense is a faster offense than 72 PC, and they want to play that shootout with you. They want to get the ball down in your end and then just attack it over and over again. These are moments you need to worry about where they're able to start getting these through the midfield with these passing plays. Delta almost has the double touch off the back wall, couldn't quite get there, and Seabass will go ahead and clear that one out. Miss from Beastabonium. Transitional goal opportunity here up against Delta. Seabass can't get it around him, though, and that one's saved away.
Nice block from behind there by Charlotte on the transition. And now Spider going to send it towards mid, but Delta's the recipient, not a fellow teammate. Beastabonium setting up Andy right towards the left-hand side. And Delta finds the hole on the right-hand side. Nice recovery from a really strong shot that just barely missed.
That decision from Andy, I don't even think he wanted that shot. I think that he decided that he couldn't. There's 3 defenders there. He goes ahead, shoots it just underneath the 2 that commit onto the wall, forces the other one into an awkward situation because he's expecting, I've just sent 2 guys. They've got to get this touch, right? They don't. He's awkward, and Delta, like I said, that man is a sniper, finds that hole on the right side, puts it right where it needs to go. I did say he likes to put it upper 90s. He goes for the lower that time, but it works out. 1-1 now. Charlotte Phoenix, 72 PC, game 3 in one that 72 PC absolutely needs the win.
Great word choice there, Super Sniper, because the accuracy of
Spider.
that play is what did it for me. Spider with an offensive angle. And Charlotte were offended. So they say no way. So we're tied at 1 here with $1:20 to go, just about. And a good demo, setting up what could be a nice shot from Jacob, but Andy with a hand in the face. And now Spider's going to keep it on this side. Urging a game 4, and Beastabonium doing his best to say no. Double commit from 72, blocks the first time. Jacob blocks the second time. Delta sending a third, but a slow one. And so the 60-second warning, and Seabass looking for the clear with help from Spider, sends it all the way home. Andy is there, slams the door.
Delta, good pass forward, looking for Andy. Can't get enough on it to get it towards net. Just decides to go ahead and corner it down, make sure it hits the ground, get a couple people to bite. Gets everyone to bite. Jacob up, able to recover off that back wall. Maintains possession, gets a bump after winning the 50. Lot of pressure here. Jacob with a back pass. Seabass with an opportunity up against Andy by himself, looking for the double tap. Too wide, can't get it.
Think there, you got to trust a teammate. Spider, he will have a second chance. Blocked by Beastabonium. Seabass pops it high. Takes his own pop for the double tap, but can't find the angle. It bounces directly down, and we're still tied all the way at 1. Last few seconds of regulation. Spider heading towards the net, and Andy gonna make sure it hits the ground. We're going to overtime here. Our first OT of the series. And again, this is match point for Charlotte Phoenix. 72 pin playing for their life. Since we're on the lower bracket, they only have 1 loss here.
Andy with a great cut in. Seabass does get the read. Delta would have had that shot wide, but it gets read by Spider. And a lot of chaos so far here on the 72 PC line. Looks like they should be able to break out here finally as Spider trying to get around Beastabonium with a good pass over. That ball will be picked up, and we're going to have a little bit of volleyball match here in the midfield.
Delta with a good shot. Opportunity and then some. Charlotte Phoenix will roll on through as 72 pin fall in 3 games.
It's one of those moments where I actually had the camera up, could see you do the roll on through with your hand as you said it. Wish they could have seen it on broadcast. It looked good. You were into it. I love it. Charlotte Phoenix gets the job done in 3, able to get that momentum going forward. Delta, Andy, Beastabonium, they'll be moving forward. 72 PC have been on the up and up, make it a little bit further than we were expecting out of them. And I'll be looking to check them out and see how they bounce back in regional number 2.